Waterwave TV, DJ Cam and he's sitting here. Waterwave TV, man, y'all see what the fuck going on? We trying to up in this bitch. Shout out Waterwave TV. Waterwave TV. Waterwave up in this bitch. Man, shout out to Waterwave. We do this shit all the time, bro.
Waterwave in this bitch.
Yes,
AC
sir.
in this bitch. You know the fucking vibes, man. Waterwave, you know what it is.
Hey, big Waterwave. Big Waterwave.
Welcome to another Waterway podcast. We here with Juice Lord.
Yo.
You know how we coming?
It's good, man.
We in here living. We was just talking about the freshman list a little bit. Is that something that you wanna get on someday, or is that just like if it happens, it happens?
I
it's
mean,
not like
historically speaking, yes. Just of all the dope artists, you know, that inspired me or not. I mean, when I was looking at XXL, like when I first saw Nipsey and Cole, like that 2010 cover, Big Sean, and all that. It was before I was even rapping, and it was just dope to see, new artists and all that. But I mean, because XXL is still, still a big platform. It's not so much, just who's the dopest rapper, best rapper, driven like how it used to be, but. But I mean, still to get that coverage in a place where you gotta do so much shit now to get noticed as a rapper. I mean, why not? You know, I mean, I think, and for some people it makes sense, and for some people it don't. And for me, for someone who's trying to come up, or for anybody that's trying to come up, it makes sense. Unless you end up skyrocketing,
in between where they could have chosen you to be.
Yeah, where they could have chosen you and then you just pass it up.
Yeah, pass it on. But I guess on this last one it was 42 Doug, Flo Milli, Murray, Pooh Shiesty, Lakia, Coi Leray, Tusi, Blast, Ruby Rose, Ian Dior, and DDG. And like you said, like none of these, I wouldn't say none of them, but a lot of them aren't like the most talented rappers of this class, but they have the most buzz. It sounds good. Yeah, and they just got good ass fans.
Say the names again. I like 42 Doug.
42 Doug, Flo Milli, who I'll introduce to you after this for show, just to show you. You probably heard her song, you just didn't know who she was. Murray.
I rock with Murray. He's hard. I rooted for Murray for sure.
Yeah, he's a right. Pooh Shiesty. He got locked up right after that shit too. So
that's crazy.
And Lakia, I believe that's another female. I could be wrong.
She's with Gucci and them, I think.
Okay, I
know a little bit about her, but I mean, I'm sorry, but okay. Who?
And then Coi Leray.
Coi Leray, she doing a thing. Man.
Yeah,
even if you don't
popular.
like it, and she seemed like a dope person and shit, and she got a lot of good songs, bro. Like she literally ain't been missing. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't really my style, but I understand why it's going crazy.
Yeah.
And then
Tusi dope.
Yeah, pretty dope. And then Blast is BLX.
Oh, that's my favorite artist on there for sure.
I haven't listened to much of him either.
Oh man, he's from the West Coast. He got a joint with Dom Kennedy that's hard. Yeah, you go rock with him, maybe R&B, soul shit.
And then Ruby Rose. I know a lot of people were like bashing Ruby Rose for being on there. They're like, how's XXL freshman list go from like the 2016 one with Uzi, 21, Lil Yachty, and like whoever else I'm blanking, Kodak and fucking
that's what they always say
Denzel
too.
Curry, like how it goes from that to Ruby Rose being on there. Like people were just like roasting that shit.
Yeah, what's crazy about Ruby Rose, bro, I think 2017, 18, that's when I first heard of her, because we was, the whole Minnesota was at South by Southwest around that time, you know what I'm saying? And I was in a show, the OG Rich Nice had put me on the guest list to go into the show, because this was like, I guess, official South by Southwest showcase. We had to have a badge and all that, but he got me in. And Ruby Rose walked in. She was already walking in like she was the shit. I'm like, who the hell this is? She had like a red coat, and then she just rapping. Like, she got the voice. She got a rapper voice. She got the confidence and all that. So, I mean, I would say that's, why she's on there. And she obviously had, I think, a record or two that is real dope. And everybody, she's in the media, and all that. So I mean, I think it's just more the music nowadays. So you gonna have some artists that's on there for their music. You gonna have some artists probably on there. I mean, moving forward, you probably gonna have some artists on there for controversy and whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, she's put in the. I could say, from what I've seen, from then, she's put in the work. So it ain't just something overnight. I remember she was just, coming up just like shit. Everybody trying to come up.
Yeah. And then the last two is Ian Dior and DDG.
DDG,
DDG won the fan voting.
Yeah, and I rock with him on the YouTube shit. This is when
YouTube before he was a YouTuber before being a rapper.
And he actually got some dope shit. So I mean,
that song Blueface, Moonwalking in the Calabasas. That shit is like however many times platinum at this point.
Man. It's like, sometimes you gotta salute people. If people like it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they had 3 females on it this year. That's the most they've ever had.
Yeah.
Which is dope. It just shows how many females are really
growing.
Really growing.
It's growing, bro.
But we're here for Juice Lord, not for the XXL.
Facts.
That's what the viewers are saying right now. They're like, we're here to listen to Juice Lord. I've always got to talk. So you're from St. Paul, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I guess what was it like growing up there and getting into making music and stuff like that?
Man, well, growing up, I grew up with a whole bunch of different people in St. Paul through sports, I was a athlete all my life, football, track, baseball, and all of that, before I even, thought I really got to the point where I wanted to do music. It's such a long. I'm trying to do it in the right time frame, but just growing up in St. Paul, specifically, university area, Rondo, all of that. Man, you had times, where it's hectic, and you had times where you still, as kids, we still enjoyed, our adolescence, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you had, just like anywhere else in America, you know what I'm saying, in the hood and all that, man, you got the fucked up shit, man, that kind of changes the way you see things and all of that. But for the most part, just having, a dope foundation, you know what I'm saying? I was still, able to, maneuver and still do my thing. Now, a lot of homies, they went down different paths and all that shit, and that's just what happens. But I know just certain situations, certain things could have definitely led my trajectory different. But for the most part, it's love. It's a little bit of everything, like everywhere else. That's the crazy thing about Minnesota. It's not like, we trying to boast about fucked up shit that happens. It's just like people coming from out of town don't think, that motherfuckers is sweet up here, because it's not like that. You will find that out very quickly, wherever you go to, whether it's the east, whether it's west, over north, over south. It's thorough people everywhere, man. So I just always moved a certain way, and I get love from everywhere because of it, because I'm, myself, and I don't need to do that, because my people really come from that. I really come from, come from shit, you know what I'm saying? So I don't gotta, it's something I'm not proud about. So I don't want to boast about the shit, because it's like in me. Not I didn't get to a certain age and be like, yo, I wanna whoop, because then you got to stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to get around some people and you talking on that rah and out of town or any other place, and you go get your chin checked about it. Even the toughest people get checked on, because you talk shit in music and all that shit. You got to follow up about it. You know what I mean? And but for the most part, man, just growing up in St. Paul, bro, it's a little bit of everything, but it's definitely a lot of love. And I could say what led me to music, doing music, was like, as I got into high school, realizing sports wasn't gonna take me to where I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? And I was starting to lose love for it. I went to St. Paul Central, and in the midst of that, I got in before I was in the theater and poetry. True Art Speaks and Per Number Theater, and that shit, led me to music. Saw Hove live, and shit, the next year performing in Brooklyn, and Flatbush, like 2015, my senior year, when I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do, and shit, man, like rapped on Sway, and from there just gradually, you know what I'm saying, just slowly progressing and coming into my own, and being known for artists and not just for someone who parties and you know,
known for your work,
sports and all that, you know, like actually
known for your work.
So I'm just now getting to the point where I be mad as hell when people talk about sports, like I used to play, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know,
it's like,
shit.
that's the last time you've tapped in with me.
Yeah,
you still think I'm out here trying to play baseball? Like, I've been making music for the past
man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but all the pride in me be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's hoop, you know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm gonna leave that to them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro.
So
like,
yeah, I kind of. So you said rapping on Sway.
Yeah.
Like, is that was when he came out here, right?
Yep.
And then you were on that.
Yeah.
And then
Me,
I forgot about that. It was like you and
Prince Williams.
Nerdy was on it.
Nah,
something else?
nah. This was before. I would say before Nerdy even
year,
got on the scene.
Yeah.
This was like.
Maybe this was a different year.
This was 2015. This is when it was at Fifth Element. You know,
because that was like probably around like because he does sound set. Like, he helped that out, and then he would always do like the rapping stuff with the local acts after.
Yeah, I think he did that like when it got to like Ice House and shit. I think that's when Nerdy hopped on.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did rap on. So yeah, that's more real. 2018,
2015. I was still a sophomore in high school.
Sophomore in high school. Word.
So in Mankato.
What school?
So I went to Mankato East.
Mankato East. Yeah, I've heard about Mankato.
So I wasn't out here. So I went. But
that's 2015.
Nice to like interview rappers that have been doing shit before I was even doing shit.
Yeah, bro. Like, cause you know you see like just that how everybody you see, most people you see doing their thing now. You know, you got. Well, the thing about now that's dope is it's like a change. It's like a change of the guard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of young people doing their thing. It's people who's been doing their thing for years and stuff, and now you got more access to more platforms. You know, Waterwave. You know, just so many other different platforms, and now you got people that's coming up doing their own thing as well, and it's like a mix. It's like a gumbo of so many different artists. You know, Push Records, so many different people, you know, doing their thing now. And I feel like that's the dopeness about it. Because before, it was like, damn, how do we, you know, get to this? How do we get seen? And how I did shit, I mean, I would go to every show, you know what I'm saying, and chop it up with people. Because people already knew me, but a lot of people didn't know me for my music. And, you know, and came up with Kaleem, The Dream. I came up with Wycliffe and Lucian Parker and several other different artists, you know, they're just doing their thing now. And the scene now is more just like the rap game, how the rap game is more diverse than it's ever been. And motherfuckers are dope too. You know, not just a bunch of people that's whack. Like, it's motherfuckers that's dope in every realm, whether it's, you know, neo soul, underground, or you know, like, you know what I mean? We all underground, real talk. Truth be told.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody's underground. But as far as our sound, the different sounds, the different crowds of people and shit, like, you can't go wrong. It's just a matter of that shit getting out of the border. And some do, but, you know, it's like, you know, it just... And
sometimes it takes time for people to take you serious, too. Because, like, there's a lot of high school kids that are making, like, whatever, like, party songs and just teeing up, and it'll do crazy numbers or whatever. But... you're not being like taken as seriously, maybe because a lot of people are interested. You first beginning, you know, like you got to like actually like, you know, continue to keep working and continue to actually take this shit seriously for people to actually tap in on a realistic level of becoming a music artist.
And that's the dopeness shit about it, like, because eventually people will, you know, it's just to not, you know, get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
And there's no timetable on this shit. It's not like, oh, you're 30 years old. Nope, now you got to stop rapping. Man, like, there's no timetable on this. You could, you know, build up a fan base through your 20s, and then by your late 20s, if you start, maybe you're going on your first tour that's actually your own tour, selling out shows and shit. And then by then, it's like people might think, oh, it took you this long, or whatever. But what have you been doing?
Right.
You're 27 as well, and you're working for someone. You know, it's like people just people don't understand that. Doing time. 4 to 6 years of making music is like the same thing as doing 4 to 6 years of college, but only the reward is a little bit more fun after finishing music.
Bro, this, you know, it's crazy. Someone commented on my Instagram maybe about 5-6 years ago. I was talking about the the 6 years, something about 6 years, 7 years, bro. I'm on year like 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? I would consider my birth of really knowing what I want to do November 30th, 2013 when I saw Jay-Z. But I would say like my first song was Chirac remix, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that like by the third song I did like a Can I Live. So like around that time when Chief Keef and all of them, that shit was heavily influenced. Everybody was rapping on that shit. And you know, and they told me that, and I was like, nah, I'm on my shit now. You know what I'm saying? Which I was in a certain extent. I was making stride, but I didn't understand it till now. And I watched interviews of several artists and even looked at some of my favorite artists like, you know, Kendrick. And it took them time to truly do their shit too. You know, Rhapsody, it took her like 8-7 years. She had all the connects too, but it took her time to get nominated for Album of the Year with Jay-Z. And several artists have talked about this so that's why when people tell me about you ask me about how I started, it's really a long story because it's like it's all gradual. You know, most of the shit, some people booming and boom, some people, you know, trying, you know, and I think the step-by-step shit for me as far as an artist, I mean, as far as just being known and knowing people, I mean, I thank sports and shit for that, and different programs, different schools, and that I've went to for that and shit. So I know a whole bunch of people wherever I'm damn near where I know somebody almost wherever I'm at in Minnesota. And but far as music, yeah, man, I think just gradually that's just a dope process. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, it's like can't go wrong, really. Yeah, you mentioned like working with Lucian Parker, White Clean, and Clean the Dream, and those are names that I heard of like right when I first started this Waterwave shit, like 3 years ago. Right. Our first show we ever threw was in River Falls, Wisconsin, because that's where we went to school at, and like the Black Student Union there paid for our show and stuff. And this is like Waterwave's probably like third month of being Waterwave. Like we were still trying to figure this shit out, and we got DJ Mondo. Yeah, and then Lucian Parker came with him. Yeah, so I met Lucian Parker that day, and like DJ Mondo and shit. And I was just like damn. So like, and they had, you know, like, and then like you're talking like, and then like the White Leaks, and then like I heard of him, the Clean the Dreams. I've heard of him, and then I heard of you. Like a lot of it from my friend Jake Diller. Jake, went to school with Kaleem. Yeah, so like, and he's kind of like I think just like the exact same class as you guys, like 2015. 2016 era, and he's just like he's been doing it for a while. He's a big part of Waterwave as well. He's like one of the artists that have been helping it out since the beginning. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, and one thing that I've seen a lot out of you that is really good on your brand that a lot of other artists don't do is you're big on Twitter. Like your Twitter videos, like your freestyles, your ciphers, whatever you want to call them, when you're rapping over the stuff on Twitter, like that's big. And like Twitter has so much share value. Like when someone retweets something, and all their followers. I honestly fell off on that in a sense. Like, well, I still post on there, but yeah, Twitter is where you really can, you know, and Facebook too. But you gotta get it out of. You know, like, there's a lot of bullshit. Yeah, you likely to go viral for bullshit, boy. Yeah, just like a bunch of stupid shit ads, like, and then I don't even know. I don't really be on Facebook that much, but when I go on there, it's just bullshit, and you indulge in it. You tap in, but it's like you know what I'm saying. But yeah, Twitter, bro, like, and I gotta get back on that shit. Like, instead of me doing promo ads on Instagram and shit, I should be doing promo ads on Twitter for real. Because that's where I've seen the most, like, at least success from my end on your branding is Twitter. Because if I post a tweet, I'll be lucky to get a couple retweets or a like. But it's like when you're posting like actual good content, like you're basically releasing a song on Twitter. Yeah. And people can run that up and share with their friends. Yeah. And all it takes is that one label exec, that one artist, that one A&R to see it and be like, damn, this dude's got something. Because that's how like Jay Plaza, The Rift, and Daddy De Niro got noticed. I'm pretty sure it was through Twitter because they posted a song together and it got retweeted by Alan Kingdom. And then whoever was following Alan Kingdom seen it, and then they asked to sign free Wi-Fi as a group, and that's how that accumulated. So I think Twitter is like, I would say, underrated. Yeah, I gotta get back on that. And I thank you for saying that shit, because like, it's certain times where my shit do get a lot of love on Twitter too, because I've been on probably been on Twitter since. That was my first ever social media. 2009. Yeah, mine was. Yeah, mine was like MySpace, and I think I created Black Planet, but never really used it.
I don't even know what that one
Black
is.
Planet was, bro.
Another social
Black
media
Planet was like some fucking dating ass app, bro. I downloaded it again when Solange had kind of bought it, and it was like a rollout for her like album, bro. It was so dope, bro. Like, so you connected with people from but it's on some like, it's like a damn near like a dating profile, or like if someone is
but for artists though,
no,
or
for
straight,
just people like
social?
a platform, Black Planet. Look that shit up, bro. Like some funny some back in the day shit, but yeah, it came back for a little bit, but then I got off there and went back to the regulars and shit, but. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah. Where are we at now? I forgot.
Just talking about Twitter and the fucking
Twitter. I gotta get back on that.
Yeah, definitely more artists and creators, because Instagram is just super easy because it's just posting the picture, you see what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
But Twitter
algorithm is kind of shaky over there too.
Yeah,
honestly.
But Twitter, it's like you can just tweet whatever all day. Like you can just say whatever you want. It's like on Instagram, you can't just like post a picture of a black screen and just say like some whatever.
People likely
it's
not even gonna read your caption.
It's just not really. No one's really reading captions like that. They just want to see the picture, see what's going on, or watch the video. Like, but Twitter, it's like people actually be like using it as like a certain amount of
characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get right to that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. Damn, I'm getting back on that shit on my Twitter shit. Cause I mean, I dropped a No Fear freestyle video. I dropped that and like. Did cool and shit, but like it could be done as far as the promo and my thing this go around. That's why shit is damn near 2 months in of the release of the Spread Love, and I'm still trying to find new ways. I got shows and shit, but now as far as shows, I'm trying to make sure I'm not oversaturating myself, cause like even like I had a listening session. And then 2 weeks later, I had the show, and then now I'm doing a show with a live band, and it's like, all right, there's people gonna keep coming out, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, oh, because I seen him last, yeah, it's like, oh, I just seen him last month or whatever.
And that's the only kind of messed up thing, because it's like,
go
see your people, man.
Yeah, because I'd say it's good to like do as many shows as possible, but it's almost like you don't want to do too many unless it's like. Yeah. You're opening up for someone that is going to bring a whole different crowd than you even do it. So it's like you don't even have to worry about you bringing your peoples there because they came to the one that you put on. You know what I mean? Like the ones that you really put on your listening parties, your shows, those are your fans, the ones that show up to that
your
shit.
People.
And then the ones where you're opening up for a different act, like obviously you're going to get some people like, oh, Juice WRLD's on that too. I'm definitely in that bitch. But it's like for example, the Casanova show that's coming up that you're opening for, that lineup is fire. Bro, I was talking to him about it. That shit's fire. Like, good ass lineup.
That shit
but
nuts.
like a show like that, like people are gonna pop out for Cash. They're gonna pop out for Plaza. They're gonna pop out for Prince. They're gonna pop out for you. They're gonna pop out for Quita. Yeah. Like for White Khalifa. They're gonna pop out for all of them. So it's like that's a good one to definitely do, just to get your name out there to new people that maybe have never listened to your album, never listened to your song.
It's a motherfucking lineup, bro.
But the Spread Love album, I don't know how you came up with the name, but from my view, like when I wrote the little article, you had so many a lot of features of people out here. Is that like how did you come up with the name?
Man, that shit or the title, right?
Yeah, title Spread Love.
Man, I just have been saying that in my music, over time here and there, and I just eventually wanted to do Spread Love shit, and I was kind of doing it on some, just at first. Spread Love, I wanted to go on some on some singing shit for real, like on some, and I kind of did, but I ended up putting features on them because I'm like, I'm not singing this shit myself, you know what I'm saying? And it was at first on some neo soul shit, and then man, I got up with Drew Meyer, and Drew just snapped on Instagram, and man, we locked in maybe November. We did like maybe I would say 20 songs, or features, or some with features and some was like songs out of 2 sessions. Each time we probably did like 10 joints, and then I got up with Young Ethos, who's amazing, and we did a couple tracks, and then after he got out of he stopped working at 11th Ave. We started locking in at his house, bro, and shit. It went from Spread Love went from an EP to a whole nother album, to that album not because waiting on features and all that other stuff, and took some of the joints off there because they had got old because we had created so much shit, and went back to the EP, and then the EP went to album again because we added tracks that had been sitting but that need to come out, because or else I probably wouldn't put them out and shit. So yeah, it turned into an album, bro. And how I came up with the title, just spread love. And then I came up with the with 6 for 6, right? My EP, my ideas was to highlight St. Paul, highlight, you know, just where I'm from, where I grew up at. So we did at 6 different locations in the city: Hickory Hut Steakhouse, Unidale, Urban Lights, where I threw the release show. And you need to tap in with Tim at Urban Lights too. I think you definitely need to, because everything that everyone's doing, he literally done already did, and he's still connected with people. So he's someone you need to tap in. Store, right? That's the record store. That's the museum. That's the OG that literally is paved the way for a lot of artists, and if not paved the way all the way, he's assisted a lot of people. And I think, you know, what you got going on, you could learn a lot from him about this shit, about the scene in general, and just going in there looking at the different pictures of him with different big artists that are still celebrated to this day. You know, I think you'll learn a lot from him. But Locked In. Oh, so yeah, highlighting where I'm from and shit, and with the Spread Love, the cover, shot it at not Unidale, but Midway, where that got burned down due to George Floyd, and not due to George Floyd, but due to what, you know, happened, police brutality and everything that's been going on, and the riots, and it's like what's left, because 9 times out of 10, not 9 times out of 10, but most likely they probably go tear that down. They got the soccer stadium right there. It's just a lot of different things going on in St. Paul, gentrification and all that. So to capture, my duty is to capture a lot of the shit before shit is gone. So going to Spread Love is, you know, highlighting another spot, and also just highlighting people and working with people that I probably usually don't work with, other than like Khalid the Dream. You know, who else is Khalid the Dream, Y Khalid, who else, Destiny Roberts, and my brother Najee. Outside of that, you know, I got just different people on there that I don't work with as much. You know what I'm saying? Spreading the love, because, you know, I believe like Emmanuel Carter, he's on the drawing board, and I'm trying to think about the features, and it's gonna mess me up. Yeah, I
remember when I was writing the article on it, I kept looking back and forth. And eventually, I was just like, and more. I was like, I can't even type.
Look at that shit myself,
I was like, I can't even finish typing all these names. I'm gonna spell one of them wrong. I'm gonna be wrong about something.
I damn near gotta look at that shit myself. Well, you know, I got Jay, I got Baby Larea, I got Foxy Brown Skin K. You know what I'm saying? And my goal this year was also to work with more women, you know what I'm saying, more queens, and, you know what I'm saying, and try to, you know, empower them and put them in, you know, any position I can.
Women artists out here, whether they're singing, whether they're rapping. There's a lot of really talented singers,
creatives,
which is it's kind of a hard niche to hit, because a lot of girls have great voices.
Yeah, but
not all of them got bars though. So when you can mix in a good, like, your good voice, and you actually spitting some shit.
Hold on. Be careful, because some will diss you, man.
No, I'm not putting out no names.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, when you got it, like, when you got, a lot of girls got the voice.
Just, you mean like artists like just coming or trying to figure it out.
Yeah, because a lot of girls got good voices, right?
Bars.
Like they can sing, you know, do the American Idol type of spiel where they can cover a song perfect. Like,
right. So you're talking about singers more. Yeah. Okay.
But like, if you can sing, and while you're singing, you're actually like singing about like some real shit, about like an experience, about something, rather than just singing and having the voice. But there's some girls that have bars too. Yeah. And I think more artists, or at least more groups that are all guys, should definitely mix in a girl or two.
Got to, bro.
Like you seen, we were just talking about XXL Freshman. There's 3 females. It's usually 1,
and that's still kind of, you know, not that it has to be like, all right, 5 dudes.
Hip hop is still dominantly male, but like the fact that now it's 30% of the people on the freshman list are now females. That's a lot more than the usual 10%.
And honestly, a lot of females is actually doing better than dudes. So it should really, it probably should have been the other way around, or 50-50. They should have added. But then again, some of the females doing their thing. they don't need to be on that shit. City girls don't need to be on that shit, you know. And they weren't on it, were they?
I think that they were in that span of blowing up too
Yeah,
fast.
they blew up.
I think so.
Yeah, they
I
need to
forget
be
the
on
past
it.
list, but I don't remember.
A few artists just didn't need to be on it because they passed it. Bia, she doesn't need to be on there. But yeah, so my goal set out. Just so many things happen to women in the industry, and my goal is, man, just work with them and try to just give them any light I got. So it's like a point of light, and you got people who point of light in your life and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you do your thing because something that someone might have told you. Someone be like, yo, that's dope. Focus. All you gotta do is focus, and now you got a whole building. You know what I'm saying? It's people that's pointing light in your life that made you. Whether it was directly or just someone from afar was a point of light in your life, that whether you was a kid or you probably didn't know you was going to do this, but you wanted to do something. Yeah. And it's someone that maybe stuck with you and that motivated you to do that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To do what you're doing now. You creating sneakers and you doing a lot of shit, bro. And I've always saluted your shit from afar, even before I met you. Mm-hmm. So to see you, having all this shit, man, this shit is fucking nuts. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not nuts, but like in a good way. You know what I'm saying? So
it's definitely. I've always, like, when I was younger, I remember telling myself I wanted people to want to represent whatever my brand, or want, say, I didn't know what the brand was gonna be. Like, this was like my high school days, like when I was just like in entrepreneurship classes and just really trying to like learn business skills. I was like, I want a brand that people want to wear, whether it's a clothing brand that people fuck with my clothes, whether it's a restaurant that people want to say that they eat there every week, like they're proud, like they're happy to say some shit like that. And then this is basically what fell in my lap. But I could say super similar for you, like how many people I've seen with Lord Season shirts on and hoodies on, just like
man,
like, this shit's like everywhere, like at least in Minneapolis and St. Paul, like, that shit's out there.
I'm slowly, trying to get back to it. Certain events, kind of made it really hard for me to focus on that shit. But overall, the mission is still in play because the shit we trying to do is forever. What you trying to do is forever. Whether you not branch off from Water Wave, that's the core of you. Other than actually yourself, your individual self, far as your brand, you could branch off what you did. What you're trying to do with the sports, and you know what I'm saying. Like, that's another extension of that, and it's prolonging yourself in forever. You know what I'm saying? That forever is whatever you think forever is. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being like, when Lord Season is forever, like it's a forever thing, because 100 years from now, you're gonna come across something, even if it's in the thrift, bro. Somebody go buy it. It's still here. See a Water Wave sticker or a Water Wave something. Still here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the dopeness about it. That's the dopeness about art and music, is that you come across like vinyl records. And when we was was I with you in the record store, right? Remember a couple months ago? Or am I tripping?
I don't think so.
I wonder, was that you in the record? It was like me, Enzy, and all them. No, that wasn't you.
I don't remember.
I'm
I don't
tripping.
know how many record stores I've even been in my life.
I'm tripping. That was probably somebody else.
Maybe though.
I might. Yeah, hold on. Oh fuck! I'm tripping, yo. I might be tripping, but after this, I'm gonna tell you just to see if you do remember if that was you. I don't know, but yeah, just bro, it's just a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? That we do to make our shit something, stand the test of time. I think there's artists that approach that with that sense, and there's artists who don't know and just going with the flow. But sometimes when you go with the flow, that flow, you know what I'm saying? Like a wave goes in and out, right? But your wave don't mean that, because your wave is up. Your wave is the wave. So whatever you see,
you
the
ride
wave,
the wave or drown in it.
You know what I'm saying? And you creating it. So.
One thing I really want to do, because I think Minneapolis has so much talent, even just Minneapolis, St. Paul, Twin Cities area, like in general, like there's more in Minnesota as well, but just even this area, how many good artists there is.
It's overwhelming.
Like I wish I was already in the position. Like my goal one day is to get in the position to do this, but to just be able to just have like a building with hella studios, hella video equipment, cameraman, video studios, and just be able to put money behind the artists out here that are really doing this shit. Like there's so many like artists that are way better than these people that are blowing up. And it's the reason why they're blowing up is because one, they got the marketing budget, they got the camera budget, they got all these budgets. Like someone like you can't not blow up when you spend $5 million on marketing,
right?
And like it's on everyone's phone, it's on everyone's YouTube ad. You know,
and
like,
even if they don't like it, like there's been times, bro, I've listened to a song like, yo, this shit is garbage. Next thing later, next month later, week later, I know the shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like radio programming, you know what I'm saying? Like in NY, like when a hit is out in New York, bro, I promise you, you're gonna hear that shit at least 10 different times, maybe in a day if it's a hit single or something. Like I think when Cardi B first popped, must have been in New York, and bro, I'm hearing this shit like literally every other. I'm trying to.
I don't even like. I'm not yet, but I want to have a radio station. I know radio stations are going out of style, but I want a radio station that only plays Minnesota music. Bro. Like imagine a radio station that's straight, just like, and obviously you would have to hit up a lot of artists to get on there, but then there's like a, you know, let's just
I would say there is one.
I
would say there is one, and that's on the east side. That's I think I might be butchering it, but it's 94 point. I forgot. I honestly forgot, but it's my OG Glow. He had got a radio station over there, and they play a lot of shit, and also just making, you know, the people, not even just the artists, more aware of the shit that really goes on. Instead of like, you know, most shows sometimes it's more artists than it is, you know, actual people that don't do art. And I'm trying to exclude like all art, just the people that don't do music, don't do graphic design, don't do shit, theater, shit, poetry, you know, just people, you know, because they still sometimes are outside of the people they know that do music and are just completely blind to the dope shit that is here. You know, and that's the thing. You know, that's the only thing, is getting people to know, like, yo, we really,
like, there's people out here making music for real,
bro.
Like, 'cause I think like
any kind.
Yeah, I think like the new generation of kids, like anybody that's 20 or younger right now, understand that a lot of people make music because it's just like everyone has a friend that drops on SoundCloud that you know records or posts their music on social media, but like that the people that are like 30 to 60 right now that consume music, that probably consume music that's similar to something that you're making or that someone else is out here is making, have no clue that there's people in their state, in their city that's neighbors to them that are dropping music. Like they just don't know. They're just listening to that same shit that the radio's playing over and over again, the same shit that they know of, that they have a CD of. But it's like there's got to be a way to make them more aware that you could be supporting your neighbor that's making just as good of songs that fit the theme that you like. Like obviously not every,
or even this. And then sometimes when they do hear the shit, they really hear the weak shit. Yeah. So that's the view they got trying to press play on, or when somebody's trying to put them on, or like, you know what I'm saying, or they listen to it. Like, have you ever listened to someone's opinion on whether it's music or whether it's a product? And you know, I know we all think that we've never came in this, we have our own mind, but sometimes we've probably had times where we just automatically did like something based off another person's work, or we went into something with a negative thought about it, and then next thing you know, we fuck with it, or we don't fuck with it that time, but then we hear it again without even thinking about what someone told us. Be like, damn, this shit's hard. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you miss out on the dope shit because of people's opinions. So I just think people that don't do music, that ain't in the art, that ain't aware, man, find out for yourself, man. Don't listen to people who have heard somebody weak, because even if you heard 5 people weak, it's 10 more per. Yeah, because someone's gonna hear. It's a ratio. Someone's gonna be like, "Hey, my." For every weak artist, there's 10 more cold ones. You just gotta look, man. It's like it's hard to even be like, if you're not good at music, don't make music, because everyone always should get better. Yeah. But some people aren't good at it,
but they want to do it, but they just don't got it. Like, not everyone has it. It's like not everyone's gonna go D1 for a sport. Not everyone's gonna become a doctor. Like not everyone's got it. Like, I'm not in the stew. Like I'm in the stew. I'm not making the music. Yeah. I've been around people that have been making music for 3 years now. Yeah. And I've never once been like, you know what? I need to be the one doing this. Right. Like I find where I fit in. Like I shoot videos. Your role. I do the podcasting. I help, facilitate shows. Like I that's kind of like my role.
Yeah, and you're doing it, bro.
Yeah, and I think people are too caught up in all your friend group are all trying to become rappers. Not like, all right, you the rapper, I'll be the cameraman, I'll be the guy trying to do the shows. Like, if you did that, you guys are all gonna eat way faster than all of you trying to like. Yeah, do
unless you all are just really talented, you all truly. But then again, you know what I mean.
The thing is, like, you're most likely gonna learn a skill because it's not like you went to high school to learn how to make music, unless you went to a music school. Yeah. But it's like when you're in high school, like, you got a computer lab, you can learn how to make graphics and shit. You can learn how to research on this. YouTube to do all this type of stuff. So it's like, you just got to find a group of guys, and that's kind of like how we started. Like, I did the videos, Calvino did the music, and our homies like Tez and Reese and Hunter threw the parties. Like, that's kind of like in college. Like, that was like our niche. Like, I was doing the videos, he was making the music that we play at the parties. They're the ones hosting the parties. And then before you know it, now we moved to Minneapolis. Same deal. I'm shooting the videos, he's making the music, we're helping facilitate the shows.
Figuring it out. I mean, like, I think I saw something with Jay-Z. It's about finding that thing, that you know what I'm saying? Like, and now all it takes is the work. All it takes is the effort. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people are just overly dope and really do put in effort, and sometimes shit just don't fall in their lap. But hey, it's like, if you love it, you gotta do it regardless, and I love the shit, so I'm gonna do the shit regardless, you know what I'm saying? And I think
regardless, if this interview gets 100 views, if it gets 1,000 views, if it gets 1,000,000 views, I'm gonna do another one next week, and I'm gonna do another one, and then I'm gonna do another one.
Shit do pop off, they're gonna be going back to all your shit. Shit pop over for me, they gonna be going back to all my shit, and they're gonna come across shit this, so it's just like, man, just figure out what you like and what you're good at, and that shit, what you want to be great at. I mean, you could be great in anything. Like, it's cliche to say you could be great in anything you put your mind to, but it really is.
But that's what people hear, those cliche terms, and those terms they
and
always
it throws
hear,
them off.
Like, happiness over money, or do something you enjoy and you won't care about how much money you're making. But it's true. Like, I could have been working a way different job and had way more money in my pocket right now. I'm probably traveling a lot more. Right. But, like, I wouldn't have been fun besides those days I was away from work. Yeah. Like, I enjoy it. Like, even though I'm working more hours, and just, like, being in this store all day, every day, like, it's way harder than I could be working a different job. But I enjoy it. It's building a bigger picture at the end of the day.
That's all, and that's all that matters. And a lot of people don't grasp that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, I was
stuck in their way, scared to take.
I was just working in a school, and I kind of want to go back to a certain extent, but it's like, if I stick to it, if I stick to it, I'll still be in the realm with my passion. That's the youth, and that's, helping out the youth. And I'm still thinking about going back just to,
and there's nothing
keep
wrong
cash
with working.
flow.
There's
nothing
nothing
wrong with
like
it
working
either.
a job, as long as there's time for what you want to do.
Yeah.
And or if, like, and obviously,
as long as you don't want them, my thing was just, I don't want them clashing. The world's clashing. I wanted, that, and that's like the only thing. And it's kind of like, we have been doing this shit for years. It's no time, like you said, it's no time limit on anything. But it's like, to at least have a grace period where, bro, I'm really putting my all into this shit, bro. Literally using my resources, literally, figuring things out, bro. Like, I have to do it. I have to push the gas.
Yeah, you don't want to take too long.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you want your feet kicked up and relaxing when you're in your 30s, not still grinding so that you can be relaxing in your 60s.
And sometimes you gotta do it then. But shit, if there's ways for us to really, do this shit, why not? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right now that's where I'm at with it, trying to figure that out, shit. And shit, other than that, man, I think as far as Minnesota art, Minnesota music, bro, is the best it's ever been, and that's just me being in a couple years. There's so many different, like different scenes within a scene. There's so many different crowds of people in different shits, and you could see that just by the different clubs you go to or different bars you go to. It's a lot of different people doing their thing out here, and and it's like when us artists realize, like, yo, like how we were just talking about, like, everyone's not gonna be this, everyone's not gonna be at the top, everyone's not gonna be right here, everyone's not gonna be on every show, everyone's not gonna be on every lineup, man. But when it's your chance to do something, do it. Whether you gotta create your own shit or join some shit, do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you because for me, everything's been gradual. There's people that knew me, but I still had to show and prove. You just gotta show and prove. You gotta get out here, do your thing, whether it's you be in a cypher, whether it's you just gotta do that shit, bro. Whatever that is to get to where you think you need to be. And I still, as much love and as much salutes I get from people and all that, still not where I want to be, because the shit is further than Minnesota. And once we all grasp that concept, who's to say, and whatever making it is for us and shit, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So much, bro.
And I think, like, talent at the end of the day will reign over any type of, like, quick clout chase. You know what I mean? Because, for example, like, the past few years of rap have been like a lot of different shit. Like, people not actually being the best at rap, but making something that sounds good and just being funny to back it up. Yeah. But I do think it's kind of dying off. Like, there's a lot more lyrical rappers that are it's starting to like that phase is starting to come back, and that's why I believe in your career super heavy.
You, bro. Appreciate you.
Like there's 15 to 30 rappers out here that I really think like have that
something.
Shit that can do that shit, and you're in that for sure.
Thank you,
and
bro.
I think like you like peaking, I'd say right now so far in your career, like this isn't peak of your full career, but you're at the top of where you have been so far.
Yeah, at least in the city.
And I think it's like a perfect time, because right now people are looking for like, oh, that guy, like looking for the good rap, the actual lyrical shit, being a poet. Like instead of just being like, oh, I'm doing drugs, I'm fucking bitches, I'm doing blah. Like that's just getting played out. Everyone's doing it. And that's what all the young kids are doing.
Right.
Like it's like real
to each
art
his
to
own.
be made. Yeah, to each his own. Everyone makes their own music, but it's dying off. Like all those SoundCloud guys, like not all of them, but a lot of those ones, like the Lil Pumps, the Smoke Perps, that were super high, they never learned to like make good music. Now they just keep making that same shit, which they're still making money off it, but they're nowhere near as popular as they were when that shit was so popular. And just the proof of that, like the fact that that's going on, and you just know, like, and there's artists like YB and Cordae, who's starting to go up. And I even say like Snot, for example, like Snot, like he does a little bit of both, but he's like he's pretty lyrical,
right?
And like the Murrays, and even like. Almost even like Mario Judah, like he doesn't rap. He got bars, and like he's a little crazy with it. Yeah, but like he's got it. And like the Kid Leroy's, like he's not rapping about too crazy shit. He's got
but
good
he's doing
bars.
His thing,
he's doing
man.
His thing. It's more of like put together artists. It's not these loose
put together,
anymore like it used to be. Like
because so many people, went through different shit, or just kids in general that were connected to a lot of this shit. Music is a very powerful, as much it is for healing and shit, and some like our outlets or people's outlets and therapy in a sense. Like it's destructive as well. And I'm not talking just hip hop. I'm just talking about music. I'm talking about entertainment. Just any form of entertainment. You consuming the wrong shit. It could take hold of you, and it has to take hold of a lot of people. But it's not like some of these artists tell you to do that or anything either. But if you're not checking in with yourself, eventually you gonna take on an identity that that you can't. It
ain't really.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So like I think it's just a lot of it's the best time it's ever been in the scene, far as platform, far as anything, man. And we just gotta stop complaining and do that shit, bro. That's all it is. No bullshit.
Another thing I'd like to talk about is like your aesthetic. I think like you carry like an actual like like an aesthetic. I'd say like like I get like that like old. Back in the day vibes, just the way you carry yourself, like your haircuts, the clothes you wear. You're always got like smooth, like you make sure you're always looking clean when you're walking around. You know what I mean? Another thing was like what, like you be posting like the fit pics. Like,
I be on the fit pic. I gotta get back on my shit or just stop posting anything.
You be posting that. You be going like daily. I see you on Instagram every day posting a new fit pic.
Man.
What's like your style? I see you in the dunks a lot. You got the ones on today.
Man, I would say my style, man, is, obviously, people get like, nostalgic feel. Yeah, I just, grew up on a lot of different, well, I feel like music plays a part in that too. And I feel like in every wave, like whether it was the Jerk era, I had the Vans. Whether it was, Soulja Boy shit, I had the dope tees, I had the ones and all the other different shit. But just now, I would say my shit just it's all in a mood. But I would say I'm more on. I love the crew necks and shit, and I just always been a sneaker guy, So I always I like New Balances. I've always had a variety of different kicks and different, styles. And when it comes to hats, like fitteds, snapbacks, buckets, I've always, in far as hair, I've had a high top off and on since like 2011. So it's, it's, man, I would say, my aesthetic is chill for the most part, and just want to be fly in my way. Like, you won't see me, well, I can't say that now, but you won't see me in like some big ass, like designer shoe. Like, I don't really care for it as much. Some of that shit hard. Like, if I had wanted to pay a certain amount of money somewhere down the line, I'd buy that shit for real. But like overall, man, shit, anything that's fly to me, I'ma fuck with it. I'ma put it on. Like in the summer, I'll have on some joggers shorts, I'll have on some shorts, and honestly, I need to get my Timbs. I love Timbs. That's my shit. But like, I'm big on. I fuck with New Balances heavy. I've been fucking with the Human Races heavy. I'm just a gumbo shit, but I don't do too much. Like, you won't see my shit too tight. Like, and you won't see my shit too crazy, because I've had baggy shit, when shit was like baggy, when we was trying to wear tall tees and we short as fuck, like, or, people have on Jabos, people have on just so many different styles of shit, people had Dickie fits coming up, and man, so much different shit. But I would say my aesthetic is now it's a little bit of everything. Like at my last show, one of my other last shows I had on, as far as performance, I dress for comfort. So I wear some light shit, I wear some ones, I wear some shorts for the most part if it ain't like a club or something where I gotta kind of, at least wear some nice little pants, and I don't dress to be fly when I perform too much. I think what I put on is still fly, to perform, but I perform for comfort. And other than that shit, go off the mood and the weather. I wanted to wear a sweater so bad last week, bro. I had to wear a shirt. You know what I'm saying? I had to wear a shirt. So yeah, man.
You wear a lot of like Minnesota shit too. Like you got a Twins hat on right now. Like,
this is my favorite. I like this logo a lot better than that. I see you be wearing it too.
I got the wrong one on right now. I don't think I got what I got.
You got the AR. See, you be wearing something.
Because I think I was talking to Cashinova about that too, and he wears a lot of Minnesota stuff in his videos and on Instagram. And I think that helps you get a local fan base, which a lot of people don't do.
And it's putting on it, and the M, that's always been my favorite hat.
Clean as hell.
The TC it just feels like too much. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It does look a little bit better.
Yeah,
and the TC is just what you see a lot right now. You don't see the M everywhere. Like you see it on people's hats, but
you don't see them wearing it in the game like that or anything.
You don't see it
unless people just like that logo.
Commercials, it's just something you don't see as much, so it's way better.
And in the video I had on the No Fear freestyle shit, and I'm big on like Carhartt. I love Carhartt and shit, so you'll definitely see me in some Carhartt. I can't wait to put on my Carhartt this fall.
Another question I want to ask is how you got the name Juice Lord.
Oh, Juice Lord, man, really from like people people just called me Juice and shit. Juice, like when I had, I still got my high top, but I had the juice cut. And then I really did drink a lot of juice. You know what I'm saying? And at first it was Juice Lord. Like, I think, like, Rose and all of them and shit would be like, Lord. Like, people be like, Lord. You know what I'm saying? And my shit was Juice Lord. And then instead of having my shit as Juice Lord, I just, put Juice Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's how it's spelled, but you can pronounce it however
yeah,
you want.
you can pronounce it however. And, yeah, it just stuck like that, man. And really, yeah, it just came. And honestly, I've been wanting to just use my regular name for some time. I've been going back and forth where I do use my name. When I'm introducing myself to blog, I'll be like, my name is Malik Curtis. Go by Juice Lord, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I think eventually I'm going to just use Malik Curtis, you know what I'm saying? Or
definitely could, especially, like, because you've been making so much, you've made so much music that it would kind of suck to like switch it all over because everyone knows you as Juice Lord. Yeah. But you are still. It's not like you're still early enough in your career that you could change your name.
Yeah.
And like because and blow up in a month and people would just know you as your new name. They would, you know what I mean. So it's not like you're too far into the game to where it's like nah, you can't. Like nah, you shouldn't do that. But it's like people know you as Juice. I'd say like I don't know if. I mean, it's really up to you, but I think like the name Juice Lord sits.
Yeah, it does sit though.
Like, you know what I mean? And then like, what about like
call and response too?
Yeah, like I think it's a good ring, but I think like if you want people like if you want to go by that as well too, like there's no reason for you to not like when you're doing the interviews, when you're doing the news articles, when people are asking you about you, you say your real name. And I go by Juice Lord, so people know you on a personal level. They feel like they fuck with you a little bit more, but they know like that's Juice Lord.
Hey, and that's where I'm at with it, is just figuring that out. You know what I'm saying?
I used to be like, my name is Ricky Waterwood. like,
right.
Yeah, like I've been, like I tell people my name and they'll be like the guy from Waterwave. Like I add that in there every time just so they know. So it's whether if they knew about Waterwave or not, they just heard it right then and there. So it's not just like meet me.
It's either it's either or I mean, because you still most times. You still meet Malik, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Juice Lord,
you're at like a show. Other than that, he's you as a human. Yeah. Same with any rapper out there. Like the only time they're really that rapper is when they're.
But that shit, element. You know what's funny, bro? When you look up some of these rappers like real names, I think like if someone look up mine doesn't sound crazy.
It sounds like a poet or like a rapper.
It sounds like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these people names were real names, bro. Crazy compared to their real rap name, bro. Like shit.
Like if you were introduced to them, you wouldn't think that they rap about like some street shit.
Nah, bro. Like it should be Quagmire or some shit like that. Or
I don't know. The funny one was like G Herbo's was like Herbert or something like that.
Hey,
which makes sense though.
It makes sense.
But like you just like if something like Herbert, like or Herbie, like it don't sound hard. But then you hear G Herbo.
Yeah,
like, it's like it doesn't sound the same.
But see, his don't sound crazy. But like I think it
just makes sense with G Herbo, but like if his name was Herbie or something, and then he marketed himself as Herbie, you wouldn't expect that type of music.
You wouldn't expect it at all, and it's just it'd be interesting. So I've been thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then again, like with poetry, I got Juice the Poet too. So it's just having different aliases is dope too.
I feel like you need a cartoon like album or something like that, because like with your like aesthetic, like it gives me like the old like 90s cartoon vibe. You know what I mean? Like you, and
I got like, someone like I'm gonna hit up about that too,
like, and just like little, like even if it's just
a little logo,
even if it's, I think like a logo would be perfect too, but like to get like just a cartoon music video and have your album playing, and even if it's like something that just like keeps repeating itself,
I gotta look into that.
Like,
Thank you, bro. I did that.
Yes, yeah. I just have. I have hundreds of ideas. Because
I've wanted to do it's three things that I want to do as far as when I put it out music, and that would be that another one. Cause I had looked in that for some years, but never really full went on in a lyric video, and now visualizers is the thing too. Yeah. So I think those are three things.
Kind of just want to like paint. You want to paint the picture for the viewers rather than like making them think about what they want to think about you.
Yeah.
You give them what you are and like a bunch of shit that is your image, and they just choose to accept it or not. Cause
there's a few things I still want to do for this album too, and I'm gonna tell you
albums are
off air,
timeless.
yeah.
You don't want to just like, oh, I dropped this album, all right, and then it's been 3 months, all right, let me just move on from it. Like, no, you gotta keep pushing. That's one thing I kind of lack a little bit is like when I drop a YouTube video, I'll post the promo for it, move on to the next YouTube video. When I could be like, whole time like, I dropped that video like 6 months ago. That's like it has a lot of good info in it and has not got the buzz it needs. Like, let me just
do an ad for like a week, and then you drop another one. Do an ad for that week, and you drop a. You know what I'm saying? And then you can obviously drop videos daily because then people are gonna be going back to see shit, you know, that they ain't seen. And yeah, I think you know, once you know, like you and a few others and myself figure out just the marketing on a whole nother level.
Takeover.
It's out here. It's out here, bro. So like so much shit, man.
But yeah. Appreciate you coming in.
Oh, you already know.
We
just gonna run it up. We just gonna be talking
for
like 2 hours and shit, man. Nah, but yeah, bro.
Anything you want to add before we finish?
Man, shit. Shout out Water Wave. Shout out Northern Chill.
Oh, yeah, Northern Chill, man. The sponsor. You seen it behind us. We drinking the
fire.
best water in the world.
It's just fire. You know what I'm saying? I might take a couple more waters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. Other than that, shit, bro. I got a performance on the 24th at the Moxie. Let me look at this flyer. I got a performance at the Moxie, you know, with Dyrell Davis, you know, in the Wonders. It's kind of funny calling them the Wonders, but my bro Davis is also on there. And I'm performing with a live band for an hour, at the Moxie in Uptown on the 24th. Yeah, and I'm going to have, like, special guests, people. I'm going to be doing, like, songs from when I was first coming up. A few, not too much, because I don't even be remembering some of them songs. But I'm doing early music, and I'm doing some, maybe half of the album. And, you know, I'm still creating the experience on how I want it to look, but it's, for the most part, on some formal shit. The ticket links are in my bio. Hosted by, you know, we don't even really got a host right now. I don't think we even really need one. But I got people in mind. And thrown by Soul 2 Dots as well. And, that's going to be a dope event, man. If you ain't doing nothing, bro, definitely come through.
That's one thing I'm trying to do now that a lot of local shows are starting to pop in. Cause that's how we came up, was recording the local shows, and that's how we marketed ourselves originally. And I definitely don't feel like we're past that.
You ain't even got to come through on no shit, on no, you know, got to work shit. You could just come through. Because my thing is, too, I don't always want to invite people that's like, I don't want to always invite photographers and videographers to just do that. Mm-hmm. You know, if I'm going to invite them, I want to invite them. It's like, so you can bring your camera if you want. If not, just come through, chop it up, man. Yeah. Let's chop it up, you know. I got that. Got the show with Cashanova coming up. Cashanova, Y Khalid, Jay Plaza, Prince Williams, Boss Quita. Like, yo, that shit gonna be. I'm looking forward to that at First Ave. I'm looking forward to, you know, opening for some artists and a couple things we trying to do. Bring people in to Minnesota. I want to shout out Ethos. I want to shout out everyone that was a part of Spread Love Tape. I want to shout out Tim from Urban Lights for putting on the show. Show sold out. And shit, other than that, man, be looking forward to some more music and shit, more shows, and yeah, more dope fly shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we getting it in. Shout out Water Wave, man.
Shout out all the viewers out there, man.
Yes, sir.
If you sat through this whole hour, 5-minute interview, appreciate you. We had some good talks.
Real good talks, man.
Oh, yeah.
So
go stream Spread Love right now after this. If you haven't listened to it yet, play it from first song to last song all the way through in the right order, and you'll be blessed.
Let that shit breathe, man.
Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Send this to everybody you know. Like, why not? Like, come on.
Put your mama on.
But yeah, we got a store at 1521 Como Avenue Southeast where we sell shoes, vintage, drip, Minnesota brands, all that shit. Stop
Flash.
through, come say hi. We're usually here every day if you want to meet us. But yeah, signing off. Thank you guys.